rest of our program, one of my favorite traditions at each of our meetings is to recognize any of our first-time guests or new members. If this is your first time at a BFF meeting or you're a new member of the Chamber, could you please stand just for a second? Don't be shy. I know you're up there. So we can give you a round of applause. We so appreciate that you're here today, and we hope you'll see you at many more of our events. At this time, I'd like to recognize all our generous sponsors and supporters. When I announce your name, I ask all representatives from the company to stand. Please remain standing until all the names are read, and then we'll hold our applause until the end. Now, I know people get a little shy when I announce the company names. Nobody stands up. But, we do want to recognize you, so if you would please stand so we can recognize you, that'd be great. Our presenting sponsor, Whittier Rehabilitation Hospital. Our hosting sponsor, Cyprian Keys Golf Club. And our supporting sponsors, Boston Graphic Design Studio, LLC, Cedar Law, Human Power Solutions, Middlesex Savings Bank, and special thanks to our BFF friends and supporters of today's event, Westboro TV and Veronica J. of Veronica J. Photography. Now, before I introduce our speaker today, we have a little bit of an extra element to our program. Some of you may read the Worcester Business Journal and may have noticed that they have a Power 100 list that they put out every year. And, wouldn't you know it, that our very own Karen Chapman is on the Power 100 list. So, if you'll indulge me, I'm going to read what the Worcester Business Journal published about Karen, the one and only original, boss. Chapman is a longtime presence in the local chambers of commerce, starting in 1980, when she joined the Worcester Regional Chamber of Commerce as a secretary. She worked her way up to assistant executive director with affiliate chambers, and in 2002, she joined Quarter 9 as vice president. She's been president and CEO of Quarter 9 since 2014 and has grown the chamber into the largest business organization in Metro West with more than 500 businesses and organizations from 67 towns and cities, from Worcester to Boston to Rhode Island, hence the Quarter 9 495 Regional Chamber of Metro West. The Chamber welcomed 110 new members in 2024 and produces 60 programs and events per year, including Metro West's longest and largest business expo with more than 100 exhibitors and 1,000 attendees. The expo resulted in new business sales from $5,000 to $100,000 this year with its referrals. So isn't that's pretty fantastic, right? You go to an expo and get a $100,000 piece of business, right? It's a pretty fantastic event. To date, the Chamber has awarded more than $400,000 in scholarships to graduating high school seniors, and on its annual Community Service Day, Chamber volunteers picked and donated 8,000 pounds of apples to local food hubs. Also pretty fantastic, right? So a lot of businesses have I'd like to say, what's not written in the article is that I've, had the honor and privilege to know Cameron for, 15, 16, 17 years now. I don't know, way too many. We both started when we were 9.
Thank you.
Right? And she's a dear friend, and, her personal qualities are what makes what was written about her in the article happen. It's because of who she is and how much she cares about the people who work for her, the members of the organization, the family or community. And it's my honor and privilege to call her my friend. And so this is really tremendous recognition, Karen and the
business. I took a lot of business courses in high school. And I had the luxury of starting as a secretary, which I don't use that word anymore. But when I started at Worcester, I was incredibly shy, and nobody believes the story, but I was. And it opened my eyes to amazing opportunities, amazing journeys, amazing people, and I learned so much. And I still learn every day. It's because of all of you. I'm grateful for the recognition, but I'm mostly grateful for my membership. Truly, it's community, and that's why I love being part of it. You're a part of my community. I love my family fiercely. Everybody knows that. But I love my friends fiercely, but I love this membership fiercely. Because I believe in what we do. I believe in all the success that has come from it. Thank you for the lovely tribute, Carlene. I love you dearly. Sarah, unfortunately, had to stay back today because we're getting prizes for our golf tournament. So we wanted to make sure somebody was there, and I love her fiercely too. Thank you for the public recognition. It's amazing, but it takes a village. It's not lost on me. It's been a hell of a ride, and I am not done yet.
Thanks, Karen. It's now my pleasure to introduce today's guest speaker, Monique Joseph, President and CEO of Discover Central Massachusetts. In June of 2020, Monique was appointed the President of Discover Central Mass after serving as their sales director for the previous year. Discover Central Massachusetts is known as the region's Convention and Visitors Bureau, representing 35 cities and towns in central Massachusetts. With her extensive experience in the hospitality and tourism industry, Monique has held numerous roles, including sales and business development in the hotel industry, general manager at Spectra Venue Management, and the MassMutual Center, and executive director of the opening team for MGM Casino, and a position as the Greater Springfield Convention and Visitors Bureau. Monique holds a BS in Hospitality Administration and Management from UMass Amherst, and an AS in Hospitality Administration and Management from Becker College. BFFs, please join me in welcoming to the podium the Queen of Hospitality, Monique Joseph.
Thank you so much for that. That was wonderful. I was so excited when I was asked to do this. It's amazing to be able to present to a room full of women and smart business women. So I get asked to speak all the time, and I'm like, yeah. This one I was like, yes. This is a really cool one to do. So thank you for having me. I have Bree DeBella here with me. She's from Studio DeBella. She's going to run our program, so we're going to kind of do this a little bit together. See you looking over there. Okay, so we're going to talk a little bit today about who my team is, kind of what we do. So I'm going to go through a little bit of the boring stuff with you about tourism, and then we're going to jump into some hidden gems around the region and what I think you should spend some time doing this summer. So, I'm Monique Joseph. I've been in the tourism industry for over 30 years. Bree was kind enough when we were making this, she put 20 years, and we said, oh my God, it's been 30 years. So she corrected that, so I'm feeling old. But I'm one of those people who, when I was younger, I used to love to travel. My parents used to take us traveling everywhere, and I knew that I wanted to be in the tourism industry because of traveling. I didn't know what I wanted to do. I didn't know where it would take me. I didn't even know what it meant to say I want to be in tourism, but I just knew that I loved to travel. So I started out my career here at Becker Junior College in Worcester. I was here for 2 years, then I went out to UMass Amherst to finish my career. But I've had some really cool jobs and some amazing journeys throughout those 30 years. I had the opportunity to work for the Nantucket Island Resorts. I worked in Disney World. I got to do some studying in Switzerland through college. I worked for the American Skiing Company. My very first job was at the Marriott in downtown Worcester, and I was actually working the day that they auctioned it off, and I stood out in the parking lot as a little kid. I felt like a little kid, and they were like, 1 million, 2 million, and I was like, oh God, what did I get myself into? And the building sold that day in auction. We all just went back to work when it was done. It was crazy. Now it's the School of Pharmacy. Makes me feel old, that's the School of Pharmacy, but that's where I started. So, and then a little bit more about my career. career path, I then went out to the MassMutual Center in Springfield, where I helped to open that building. I ran their sales team. I was the general manager there for a little while. And then I went on over to MGM. They asked me to go and open the MGM Casino and Resort to build their sales team, which I did, and then I got a call to come out here to Worcester. So now I run the Convention and Visitors Bureau. It's also called an RTC, which is a Regional Tourism Bureau. So that's just a little bit about my career path. I like to share it because for me, hospitality is huge. There are so many different job opportunities in hospitality and a lot of really good careers that I just don't think a lot of people recognize or know about when they think of hospitality. So with that, let's jump into who we are. Okay, so Discover Central Mass, a big part of what we do is our website. Our website is a huge asset for us. It's our primary resource for all things tourism in Central Massachusetts. We have an events calendar that is the most widely used events calendar in our region, and it accounts for about 10% of our website traffic. On the events calendar, on the website, we have itineraries. So you can actually go on, if you're a potential visitor, you can go onto our website, you can build your own itinerary, you can look at itineraries that we've already built for you. It's almost like using a Google map. We can tell you how far it's going to take to go from location to location. It's really an excellent tool. And even though you are here and these things that we're going to talk about are in your own backyard, we have so many people come up to us and say, oh my God, I didn't know that was there, or I use your website all the time, even though technically the website is supposed to be for people that don't know about us. On your tables, as you can see, we did give you a little bit of collateral to show you some other things that we do. So when you go out and traveling, what's the first thing you do? You always look for that visitor guide, right? Because that's your source for local information. So we publish 2 visitor guides a year, a spring, summer, and a winter, fall. We are lucky because we have so many colleges in the region, so we do a lot of guides for college students. We do walking maps of the downtown Worcester area. We do different brochures because we go to trade shows, trying to get conventions and sporting events into the region. So again, on your tables, you just have a little bit of collateral just to kind of showcase what we do. We have an event planner guide, so when people are looking to plan an event, they can check out that guide. Green Keys is one of our members, and they're actually in our guide as well. If anybody's interested in having any collateral or anything else that you do, just let us know, and we're always happy to share our brochures with you. And then we also run a lot of really strategic campaigns throughout the year. We target multiple audiences, from the leisure traveler to event planners and to sports planners. Events are a really big market for us because one event can make a huge economic impact on the region. And in my world, economic impact is what it's all about. Okay, so here are some stats about, hold on. Okay, so when we're talking about economic impact, I wanted to just kind of show you what we're talking about. So with the DCU Center, I just pulled some of their stats just to show you. Events that come through, they're not just about, people going, oh, here's the beach, it's fun, right? It's all about economic impact. And if you look right here, the DCU Center alone, they, $25 million in tax revenue, $3.5 million annually. They have 521 to 769 jobs. It's all about jobs. Economic impact in tourism is all about creating job opportunities for our people, not just full-time jobs, but part-time jobs for young people, old people. It's truly an amazing industry when it comes to opportunity for jobs. They had almost 7,000 visitors in 2024. When we're talking about tourism, the definition of a tourist is actually 50 miles and out, because we want to track new dollars that come into the region, and that's the benchmark that the state has given us, driving new people in from the region. So if you have 700,000 visitors, 21% are from outside the region. That is all new dollars coming into the region. Why tourism is really a significant part of what we keeps our economy going. Okay, so where exactly is Central Mass, and who do we represent? So Central Mass, we are super easy. We're the heart of the Commonwealth. We are easily accessible by plane, train, and automobile. Our region, we're actually included in what the state calls a super region. So we are the Central Mass super region. That is 3 different regional tourism bureaus. So I represent here in Metro West region, we work together all the time. Stacey Davis and I work together all the time. We also work with North Central. And collectively, we make up the super region. So we all kind of work on our own areas, but then we gather together and we work together because we are a huge economic driver in the middle of the state. We have, as I said, we have 9 colleges and universities, almost 31,000 full-time students. Again, staying with that theme of how many people are coming from outside. 39% come from outside the region, which again, new dollars, their families come to visit, they, sports teams, you name it, they're driving economic impact and creating jobs for our region. I'm trying to go fast to get to the good stuff, but I gotta go through the basics with you before I can give you some hidden gems about where to go. Okay, again, talking about economic impact. So our visitors spent $526 million in our region in 2023. I'm still actively waiting, anticipating the numbers for 2024 to come out from the state. Every dollar they spent at hotels, restaurants, shops, and attractions, it all ripples through our economy. This translates into $123 million in earnings and salaries, which was actually up 7% from last year, supporting thousands of families right here at home. We also see strong gains in tax receipts, as you can see. And behind all of this, it's really about the jobs that I keep talking about with 4,500 jobs. Now, these aren't the only jobs that are associated with tourism, but this is a portion of the jobs that we are able to collectively say came from, these jobs were held because people came from 50 miles an hour. If you actually look at tourism jobs in the region, the number would be much higher. So these numbers just aren't statistics, they're proof that tourism is a resilient, growing economic engine for central Massachusetts and for the Commonwealth. Every event we host, every family weekend, every conference booked here adds up to real impact and jobs on our community. Okay, who's packing their bags for Central Mass? So again, a visitor is defined as traveling from 50 miles and out from outside the region. So a lot of times you just won't see what we're doing. We're doing ad campaigns in Florida because we have direct flights back and forth to Florida. New York City, direct flights in. We track where the trains go. So we are advertising outside of the region all the time. However, when COVID hit, we also recognized that we needed to make sure people wanted to spend their ancillary dollars in their own region as well. So we focus here, but our main focus is out. We're going to do a giveaway. We're giving a little banner. So, does anybody want to guess where the most visitors come from to us? What did you say? Boom, there it is. Ms. Mary Sloan, the chairman of Discover Central Mass, is going to hand out a gift bag. You're welcome to this gift bag. So the other top states are New York, Massachusetts, Florida, Pennsylvania, New Hampshire, New Jersey, and Maine. So those are our main drivers into our region. Okay, so now we're going to talk about the fun stuff. This is what I was asked to come here and talk about, was what's happening in the region, what should you all be looking at? So when we put together our presentation, we decided let's talk about the anchors that are in the region, and then let's talk about a hidden gem around those different anchors, where you should go and what you should see. Okay, so the first one is the Worcester Art Museum. The Worcester Art Museum opened in 1898 and has a fantastic collection with nearly 40,000 objects, everything from Roman mosaics to Monets, and also the second largest arms and armor collection in the country. You can see from this picture that the museum also transforms into a gorgeous event venue for weddings and galas. Another giveaway, right? Okay, so the question is, how many pieces will be in the Arms and Armor collection opening in a new wing in November of 2025 at the Worcester Art Museum? 50. Higher. 100. Lower. Higher, higher, higher. 325. What's 75? Higher. 100. Higher. 1700. Higher. 1500. Lower. exciting things happening here. What? The pieces, yep. Yep. Okay, so our hidden gem. Within a short walk from the museum, you have to visit the Bean Counter Bakery, which is on Highland Street. Their desserts and pastries are absolutely delicious. And also, if you're hungry for lunch or dinner, the sole proprietor is across the street, and it is by far the best seafood restaurant in the city. So, the next attraction we want to talk about, who's here from Botanical Gardens? We all love Botanical Gardens, and I got to give a shout out to Grace because she is on the board of directors for Discover Central Mass. So the New England Botanic Garden at Tower Hills in Boylston has been named one of the best in the country. It is a massive, beautiful property with 18 distinct garden spaces and offers something for visitors at every season of the year. Their summer sculpture exhibit is a huge draw right now, with a few, and they also have a few other summer events that we love that we wanted to share with you. So they have summer Thursday evenings at the garden with live music, a beer garden and food specials. That goes from June 19th to August 28th. And Music in Bloom on June 15th features ensembles of musicians throughout the garden. And our hidden gem is the Greater Worcester Opera. We would have said Cyprian Keys, but we're here today, so we chose to pick a different group to highlight, so it's the opera. Sometimes performing nearby at a small theater in Boylston is the Greater Worcester Opera. They perform main stage operas, concerts, and other musical events. This past weekend, there was actually an Italian opera performed there, and they actually performed it in English, which is really cool. And in July, there's a series featuring Broadway music. The Ecotarium in Worcester celebrated their 200th anniversary this year. They are a family-friendly destination with nature trails, wildlife habitats, and interactive exhibits. Kids also love riding the train when they visit, and there is even a planetarium with multiple shows per day. So our hidden gem here is the Root and Press Cafe and Books. Within a short drive from the Ecotarium is Root and Press Cafe on Shrewsbury Street. Think of a cafe meets an independent bookshop. There's even a small kid-specific room with a niche selection of books and gifts. It's also a hot spot for anybody that's a vegan, vegetarian, or gluten-free crowd. Okay, so if you're out spending the day with your family at the Southwick Zoo, or probably a lot of you have been to the Southwick Zoo, for those who have not, it's a huge attraction with nearly 500,000 visitors a year. It's home to more than 850 animals, plus there's a ton of attractions within the zoo. There's a sky ride, a train, a brand new carousel, animal encounters, pony and camel rides, and a zip line. There's also an on-site restaurant, and it's a popular venue for special events. But after you go to the zoo, who doesn't need a glass of wine, right? So check out the Vanderbilt Farm and Winery. They make their own fruit wines, and it's a beautiful place to unwind, hear live music, and there's often food trucks there as well. Okay, so our next attraction is the Hanover Theater and Conservatory. Who here's gone to the Hanover? So this is a restored 1926 theater in Worcester that hosts Broadway tours, concerts, comedians, and dance performances. They also have a conservatory with classes for all ages, including summer programs. We're going to do a giveaway, right? Okay, so for our next giveaway, who would like to guess how many Broadway shows the theater is hosting in this latest Broadway series? 8. 1 of my favorites. said, she also sits on our board, so pretty cool to have her as part of our board. So Indian Ranch in Webster has a concert for everyone. Definitely check out their summer lineup. A few highlights are Nash Icon Country Fest on June 29th, which always has a huge turnout. In July, they have Fleetwood Mac and the Queen Tribute Band shows. They also have Casey and the Sunshine Band coming in August. They have this cool riverboat that you can go and actually just take rides around the region. They do have a campground, but from what I hear, it's extremely difficult to get in. So our hidden gem by Indian Ranch is the Rose Room Cafe. It's this awesome, amazing little small cafe in Webster. It's perfect if you're looking for a light breakfast or a lunch made with fresh, locally sourced ingredients. We really like to highlight the smaller businesses and restaurants because they really need those larger attractions to get new people into their stores and their restaurants. Okay, the Palladium. You probably have already heard of the Palladium, which is in downtown Worcester, and it's known for its indoor concert and event spaces. But did you know that they now transform their parking lots in the summer to fit up to 8,000 people, and it is a regular place where they host music festivals. I park in that lot, and so whenever there's a festival, we're all out. We all work from home that day because you cannot get anywhere near that, but really.
Is it music we know? Because I was in the place. I don't know if it's the music I know.
It's a little harder.
You're asking me, I just told you that I'm 30+ years in the industry, so,
It's a little harder for you here.
But I'm learning it when I listen to it from my window and do a lot of practicing out there. Okay, so our local gem nearby is the, we have a question first. So it's a free bar arcade. You got the little one. Okay, so here's the question. Can anybody guess what my favorite arcade game was from the 80s? They do a family night one day a month. There's a wide range of ages who go here, older crowds. That opens at 5 p.m. and college kids tend to get there after 10 p.m. Bree was just telling me a story that she was talking to someone and they said, "When do you go?" And Bree said, "I go at 5." And they're like, "Oh." So it definitely takes a range of different age groups, but it's a really cool place to go and hang out. Okay, I will be remiss if I didn't talk about the Woosocks in Fuller Park. It accommodates up to 9,500 fans. It includes, including seating, the berms, and the standing areas. The ballpark showcases distinctive elements such as the Worcester Wall and right field, inspired by Fenway Park's Green Monster and heart-shaped light towers, reflecting the city's nickname, the heart of the Commonwealth. There are 22 private suites, a full-service concourse, and the Summit Street Fair, enhancing the game day experience with diverse food, entertainment, and local attractions. We have another question. How many visitors do you think have been to the Woosocks game in Fuller Park in the last year?
200,000.
Higher.
300,000.
Ooh, that was an easy one. You got it right there. So 500,000. And when you think of 500,000 people, think about the people that are coming in, going to the local restaurants, staying in the hotels, visiting, gassing up their cars. It's all about the economy and the economic impact, which is why we share numbers like that. So our local hidden gem nearby is the Worcester Public Market. So the Worcester Public Market is just steps from the ballpark. houses a wide variety of cuisines from around the world. It's perfect if you're with a group and everybody wants to eat something a little bit different. There's also the Wachusett Brewery and shopping inside of this market. We've taken a lot of food writers and influencers from other cities here, and they put it on par with big city markets in New York and Boston. So we added a second one, new in the neighborhood. The American Flatbread in Worcester is just opened in May, and it actually, you can go in and eat and play candlepin bowling at the same time. And if you didn't know, a fun fact, candlepin bowling was invented in Worcester in the 1880s. Okay, our next one is the Salem Cross Inn. So Salem Cross, a farm-to-table restaurant located in West Brookfield, is best known for their Fireside Feast dinner series in the fall and winter. So many people have gone to this event before. It's really amazing. But what you probably didn't know is that they also do a sellout dinner series in summer called Lobster Feast, which is delicious and a visit-worthy day trip to the northwestern corner of our region. So our local gem nearby is the Hardwood Winery and Vineyard. It's just a town over. It's really a great venue. It's a local favorite. It's beautiful. It's relaxing. You can have a good glass of wine. They always have music playing, typically either inside on their porch or outside. And this is new and exciting because the Hardwood Winery is opening glamping. It is not yet open. I did ask John if I could talk about it, and he said, yep, go ahead. But they have 50 sites right now that they are working on. It's a cool glamping experience. I did a tour there. So if you drink too much wine at the vineyard, you can go right up the hill. They have a 150-acre property, and you can do some glamping. So that's super exciting. Should be open September 2025. So after you recover from your wine, you went glamping, then you can go check out the Moore State Park. It's a beautiful state park in Paxton. It is most popular for spring blooms and their waterfall views. It's also very accessible with both paved paths and well-maintained woodsy hiking trails. The local gem nearby is the farm at Summit Winds, which sits in Holden on a hill with a picturesque view of Wachusett Mountain. It's primarily a private horse farm, but opens to the public for special events to show off their beautiful flower gardens. They actually do 3 different festivals. They do a lavender festival in early summer. They do a unicorn festival in July, and they do a sunflower festival in August. Their events feature plenty of photo ops, food trucks, live music, pony rides, and more. Okay, and we're ending our list with one of the biggest attractions, obviously, which is Old Sturbridge Village, located in Sturbridge, Mass. This outdoor living history museum depicts a rural New England town out of the early 19th century. The village includes more than 40 historic buildings, costumed historians, and a working farm of animals. Last year, they saw over 230,000 visitors from outside of the region, from all 50 states and 39 countries. If you attend one event there this summer, we recommend Redcoats and Rebels. It's the largest military reenactment in New England, with hundreds of costumed Revolutionary War reenactors, both soldiers and civilians, and camped on the village common. So we have one more giveaway, and the question is, can anybody tell me which month Redcoats and Rebels takes place in?
July. September. August. May. April. November. September. April.
What month is November? It's August. Right? Okay, so lastly, after we visit the village, we wanted to end with a woman-owned business, and this business is called Lake Road Living. It's a really cool store. She brings in local women artisans, really fun to just go through. We were just talking about TJ Maxx, and her decor is like a little TJ Maxx and a little Home Goods combined. So It's a really great place to just stop and visit. And lastly, since this is primarily a Metro West group that we have here, I did want to just quickly mention that Discover Central Mass also represents tourism and the hospitality businesses outside our region. We really focus on the businesses in our region, but we also recognize that there are businesses outside the region that truly want to work with us as well to get message to different markets, right? So we all the RTCs kind of do that a little bit to work to each other. We think it's called the halo effect, where the work we do, it touches many different businesses. And so if you're ever interested in working with us, please don't hesitate to give us a call. Some of the places that we work with right now that are outside of our specific region are the Best Western Royal Plaza Trade Center, the Springfield Winery, Washington Mountain, and the American Heritage Museum. And that is it. So we hope you can find some fun. Oh, does anybody have any questions? Yes.
Where's the best place for single women to go?
That is a really good question.
Not the Palladium. And I want to know that answer too.
So I can't pick out anything specifically, but I will tell you, if you go onto our website, onto our events calendar, there is something on that events calendar for everybody. I feel like it is the most popular events calendar within the region, and we have people from all over. We are constantly telling people, we have people from like Barrie and out by Boston, well, we want to be on your events calendar, and we're like, no, go away. So this is for our region. So definitely check it out, because I guarantee you'll find something. Yes. That is Roy, the North Central Chamber of Commerce, which is Johnny Appleseed. The Johnny Appleseed Regional Tourism Bureau. It's the North Central. Yeah, Johnny Appleseed. Any other questions?
Did anybody learn something new? I did.
We have an app. Yeah, you can follow us. So we have an app, a website. What else we have? Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, you name it. We have. I look at Green, she's our marketing extraordinaire, to remind me of things. We try and be in as many places, and we try and make it as easy as possible. I joke about, being older or whatnot, but we try and get people from all, like some people like social media, some people want a brochure in their hands, some people want to go to the website. So we try and have an application for everybody. Is there a question?
No, we were raising our hand to learn something new.
Oh, I love that.
Anybody else?
Yes.
So I work with the North Association. I would love to have a bunch of these to hand out to our members to have new businesses every day. So is there a way I can get multiple of these?
Yeah, absolutely. So, if you just reach out to contact us on our website, because I forgot to bring my cards. I'm sorry. Stan, give me my card. I forgot. So, but you can just go on our website. We have a contact us, and we're happy to share what we have. Anyone else?
Let's give her a huge round of applause.
So I have to say, based on what she told me, it'll be another 10 pounds this summer because of all the restaurants, the wineries. I learned a lot. I did not know about a lot of them that you have said, so I put a few on my list. So thank you for sharing. That was an amazing journey, and I think that she needs to be an annual speaker so we can figure out what's new in Discover Central Mass, right? Thank you so much. It's amazing. So funny because I started the Worcester Chamber and I just felt like I learned a whole bunch more since I've been spending my time in Worcester. But my good friend Mary Simone lets me know what's going on in downtown Worcester every day. So, all right, ladies. So the journey's not over. On August 9th, I believe, 5th? August 5th. August 5th is the Chamber's annual summer social. So tragically, Tabulino's restaurant was home base and has been for many years, and they have closed their doors. So we have floating a couple of ideas. But this is truly what we call a summer social, where it's all networking fun, and prizes, and usually a theme, which we
We did Barbie one year, we're not sure what we're gonna do this year. I know, my favorite Barbie was right there. Flight attendant Barbie, she's sitting right over there. Barbie cakes made by yours truly, Sarah, yours truly, Monique Messier, I know. So anyways, we have an idea where we're gonna do it, but we're checking out 2 locations. Here's the thing, it's 5 to 7:30, it's usually 90 degrees weather. So we have to have the option of a place that can take us inside. So that's, we like it outside, we can, but there's been years of thunderstorms, so we have to make sure you're safe. But more to come the minute we know. It's a great opportunity to get together. Last year, I think we've had about 75 women, so we hope you'll join us. And then on August 19th is our annual, invited to the whole membership, is our Summer Networking Barbecue. It's held on the beautiful grounds of the Willows at Westboro, which is on 1 Line Street. And this one's early, it's 4:30 to 7. So there was 175 attendees last year. It is a killer networking party. And this year it's country and western themed. Yeah. So we're definitely going to have some games for you to participate with prizes. It's all about the networking. There will be no dunk tank this year. No. I'm just kind of thinking about the liability. But we might. I'm definitely not going on that wall. I'm just telling you. Anyways, I'm hearing a lot of bull right now. Is what I'm hearing. Anyways, that being said, we're hoping to have some music, possibly a dance lesson. Because Fred Astaire Studios just joined in Westboro. We've already started talking to them about that. So the chamber over the summer is going to be busy. We do not do anything in July because what we call it is mass exodus. You're all going to the beaches. You're doing all these hidden highways in Worcester or Worcester County. And so I'm not throwing a party where nobody shows up. So by August 5th and August 19th are the new 2 next big events. Now I can promise you, last year was what we call very much an experimental year for BFF. We decided to do a blend of lunch and a blend of night events. We will be returning that this year. We're going to meet over the summer to do that. We learned a lot when we did that over this past year, but it has not been decided by all of you which is your favorite. From what we can see right now, it's a blend. So that's what we're going to continue to do. But I can promise you it will always include good opportunities that you can meet a lot of other women in business. The chamber also, you'll hear a little early on, even though we have not put all the details in place, this chamber likes networking fun, and we understand that, and great networking can be done in a very social atmosphere. So, in the fall, we are going to do an Oktoberfest, and probably a Cold Harbor Brewing, and in February, we are going to do a murder mystery event. That is for the entire membership. So more to come about that, and the board members have decided to be the actors. I'm telling them because they told me, this is easy, Karen, you can do it. I said, great, we're all dressed up then. So, and there will be a gangster theme, so we're going to have some fun with that. That's going to be in February. So we're working, that'll be here at Springfield, so we're working out some of the details about that. But I'm here to tell you that these events, and we do our annual bowling event, which are over 100 people. So there's a lot of good things coming up on the horizon. Stay tuned to our calendar over the summer. We'll be sending out more information as short as we book some of the dates and times. Carlene and I have a lot of work to do over the summer, but we're really looking forward to it. And the other thing is the Chamber's annual golf outing and clinic is September. We have not opened registration yet. We will let you know that we do. Here's the thing, ladies, it sells out. I mean, I blink my eye and it sells out. It sold out before we even advertised it last year. So it's 9 holes of golf. It's here. Cyprian Keys does an amazing job. It's the best 9 holes you'll ever spend. We had a lot of new people that joined us last year. Some fun games, chances to win things, and then we have a great raffle prize list. So the minute it's open, we'll be letting you know about it. We just have to solidify some of the last minute details, but it sold out before we even advertised it last year. That's how popular it is. And here's why. You get to learn about an hour, about a 45 minutes lesson to learn golf. You don't have to be a golf expert. We don't care. That's not, this ain't a tournament, it's an outing. So it's a great opportunity to get to know some other women, have some fun. Raise your hands if you've been in it. Yeah, I know who they are. Yeah, exactly. So more details to come. If it's going to grow, we're trying to figure it out, how we can invite more women. We'll be talking to our general manager here at Cyprian to see if we can expand it because it's become so popular. So more to come on that. And then we'll definitely continue with our 4th annual, it'll be our 5th annual Women's Day celebration. That's in March. And then the summer social, the golf outing, and the annual Women's Day celebration are traditional 3 things. That's for the benefit of a lot of the new members that have joined us. This group traditionally meets on Tuesdays, either at night or at lunch. And so we're looking to bring some more great guest speakers like our wonderful one today. But if you have some suggestions or you know somebody famous, let me know. Because we realize when we bring some big name draws that we sell out the room. So a lot of good things happening. Okay, 2 things left to do. We said it was kind of like a summer picnic theme. It was. She took us on a great journey for our picnic. We had a nice picnic lunch. So the only thing that was missing was a bottle of wine. So one lucky winner will win this bottle of wine today. If you didn't put your name in, it doesn't matter because she put all your names in. So don't worry about it. Meeting was blank, sorry. And the winner is new member, Isabel Giandomenico. So, Isabel, because I have a couple of, I'm going to give you 1 minute, because you won today, to tell the whole audience what you do. Special prize today. Come right on up. You have 1 minute to tell them.
Okay. Hi, everyone. My name is Isabel Giandomenico. I'm a holistic health practitioner and board-certified holistic nutritionist. I help people in a lot of different ways through holistic nutrition supplementation. I do what's called bioresonance hair analysis labs. I test for food sensitivities, hormone imbalances, environmental sensitivities, nutritional imbalances, different aspects of gut health. But the biggest thing I do is specialize in women's health, which is why I'm excited to be here with you guys today. A lot of different things like perimenopause, endometriosis, PCOS, PMDD, they don't get enough attention, and women are just kind of like sent off to, do their own thing, and, our symptoms are dismissed. So that's a big thing I do.